ก็กูรักอ่ะ
เนี่ย
ทำไมก็กูรักอ่ะ
รู้แล้วว่ารัก
ไม่จำอยู่ได้ ถ้าไม่ให้กูพูดงั้น
The ending has arrived, and I am not sure I am ready. But I am still going to watch it, so let's get into it. We begin with Team packing for what I assume is the beach trip mentioned last episode, but I am thrown off when he discusses the swim trauma and wanting to give his friend a medal. Seems we're getting some final trauma dumping on this episode of Love. Prince and Bea are super happy after just one episode of standing up for their love, and hopefully that covers their arc enough to not really return to them. We jump to Wynn's family arriving at their beach hotel, and Team finds out Wynn told everyone they are dating. He continues to act as if anyone would be upset that others would know that he locked lips with that blonde Adonis, and I can't relate. Wynn notices the medal, and we learn that Team is finally ready to share everything with Wynn. They visit Ton's grave together, and I finally learn they are cousins. We get another flashback, but this time it comes at the end of this storyline, so I'll sit through this again, I think. Both Bone and Prem still really do a good job of selling the guilt and sadness, but secretly I am glad this is getting finished up in the first half of the episode, and I don't have to worry about it cropping up again before the episode ends. Auntie Ta arrives with suspiciously good timing to absolve Team of guilt and apologize to a child for telling him he killed her son. Team is a lot taller than her. This is one plot thread ended. They return to the hotel and Wynn continues to be a doting boyfriend. He then goes and calls out Juan for being a whiner. It is a fair complaint. Dude apparently loves Tal, although I don't really think that was well portrayed, but doesn't want to let himself be happy because he'd rather punish Tal. Wynn asks if he would talk to him again if given the chance. Juan says he doesn't know, and Wynn reveals he was sharing their conversation over the phone to Tal. Tal shouts his love out from a balcony and is promptly detained. They make up surprisingly quickly. Juan says they're from different cities and he's 4 years older. Tal has sense and says this isn't a problem. They agree to date, and then they move hella quickly. I was not expecting that. I guess that wraps up that plotline too. We get another cute kiss ad, and I am caught off guard by how cute Wynn is with his hair down. They should have let him have that style more often. It might have let the fading roots not be so noticeable throughout the series. Team talks about getting better and taking medication for his trauma, then kind of suggests that Wynn sleeping with him is the best thing he could have because Wynn makes him comfortable, which, sure, cute, but also no. Please just go to a therapist and take prescribed medication, Team. They say I love you a lot this episode. We get a reminder that this is a spin-off series with Parm and Manao at the concrete bench again. Team invites them for one last swim practice and roasts their loves. They roast him right back. It seems they are all very invested in their boyfriends. We get a nice parallel to the first episode with the cast all arriving to watch their respective friends and love interests swim in a pool. Team wins. A and C get a small last episode cameo as second and third. We go through a speed run of the characters and storylines after this. Bea and Prince show up again to be a bit somber. Prince offers to quit acting and Bea tells him he doesn't need to. He mentions society changing for them and then asks to get frisky again. Manao gets a role in acting and the best boy. P. Prook's stan account here. Dean and Parm have a whole other show, but we still get them being cute with a cheek kiss. From this perspective, their storyline sure doesn't seem as fraught with tears as in Until We Meet Again. Team and Wynn show up on a beach for the third time this episode in matching white linen. They walk off into the sunset. We jump back to Dean and Parm also professing their love on the beach. Dean suggests they go to the US to get married. Parm sort of agrees. I wasn't expecting that to be where this went at all, but okay. Wynn and Team seem to have their own wedding of sorts too, holding hands in white in front of a very pretty set piece. Everyone joins them in what kind of looks like a wedding party, and the episode ends with pure cheese. Psych, we get a swim competition between the two. Then it ends. Honestly, it was a soft and sweet ending to what was often a frustration BL. I enjoyed it. 7.5 out of 10. It does a good job of addressing the plot lines it had previously introduced in the series, and still has time to indulge itself in cuteness. Between Us had a lot to live up to, and a lot to answer for. And for what it's worth, I think you can see that there was a lot of care that went into making this episode an appropriate ending to both Between Us and the Until We Meet Again series. It's fun and ends happy. I mean, who couldn't be happy with that? I am. How about you?